Welcome to Baby's Birthday. Each show joins a mum-to-be and counts down to the birth of their baby, revealing all the drama, laughter and tears involved in giving birth. Because let's be honest, giving birth is never a walk in the park. To help chart each birth, this is the Baby's Birthday Clock. It's there to count down to each mum's due date. And once labour kicks off, the clock kicks in and times the birth so you know exactly how long each mum's been in labour, whether it's 2 hours or a whopping 20 hours. All the action of the birth is boiled down into a half-hour show. So, we'd better crack on. Today we join Julie Richards for the birth of her second child with explosive results.
Oh, no.
Julie Richards has been with her partner Phil for the past 5 years after they met at their local camping shop.
It all started when I met Philip. I'd finished school and I'd just gone straight into work. We're working at the same shop in Leigh, and it was what is the word? I think it was love at first sight.
It was love at first sight because when I first went for the interview, they were setting up the shop, and I seen Julie. She was putting some stock out, so it was like, oh, that'll be one of the perks of the job, working with like good-looking girls.
They already have a 20-month-old son called Anthony James, TJ for short, and are expecting their second child in 7 days' time.
We had decided we wanted a second child because where we live there's not many kids, and we didn't want TJ to grow up on his own, nobody to play with, nobody to, hang around with. So we decided to have one, and it didn't take that long really for Julie to, become pregnant.
We wanted a little girl at first, but alas, we had another boy.
Knowing there's a little boy on the way gives them plenty of time to choose names.
There. The name we have thought of sticking with is Aaron Thomas. Because we've already got an A, we've got an Anthony James, so we thought we'll keep it with the A's and have an Aaron Thomas.
Second time around, Dad Phil knows exactly what to expect from the pregnancy.
When TJ came, I just bawled my eyes out. They asked me if I wanted to cut the cord, and I just couldn't see for tears. There was no way I could have cut it. So I expect I'll be the same this time, to be honest, because obviously over the 40 weeks, you prepare yourself psychologically. And they're already a part of the family before they're even born, really. I mean, because we've decided on a name, because we know it's a boy, we've already started, refer to him as Aaron, and it's Aaron's cot and it's Aaron's pram. So he's already part of the family, so it's like just the excitement of him coming.
And it's not just the excitement of another baby that Julie's looking forward to.
Oh, I'm definitely having pain relief. I want epidural and the gas in her again. Love the gas in her. And I'd decided I just wanted to be normal as possible with the pain relief though. Lay down and comfortable. I like the gas in her because I get a buzz off it. And I get Phil in stitches because I say stupid things and making him laugh. And I get the midwives and the nurses laughing as well sometimes. The gas in her's a good idea for pain relief. I'd recommend it to anybody.
And how will TJ react to having a baby brother?
I think TJ understands a bit because we make this big deal of like pointing at the bump, and we want to include him in the pregnancy. We don't want him to feel left out. But we always point to Julie's bump and say, "Baba, your little brother." And I keep saying Aaron at him, Aaron, wanting him to say, and he'll try and copy me. So trying to keep him part of it. We want him to enjoy it with us.
Now I will have 2 kids by the time I'm 21. Now, I do feel like I missed out on some stuff. I'd said to Phil when we started talking about children that my life would be put on hold. until they're old enough to look after themselves, or until they can get to stay at the grandma's overnight.
You know, we do love each other to bits, so we'll pull through. We've always pulled through it before, so we pulled through with TJ, and I think in a way it brought us closer together, so perhaps another baby will bring me, Julie and TJ closer together as well, you know, more of a family unit. Just have to wait and see.
It's 8 p.m. the evening before Julie's official due date, and after being in slow labour for the past 5 days, Julie's contractions are 5 minutes apart. After an initial examination by the midwife Claire, she's 4 centimetres dilated and happily reacquainted with an old friend.
They put her in one of the suites and give her the gas and air. And that was it, she was high as a kite then.
I was excited on gas and air because put you on a natural high with a bit of a kick as well, so it was quite funny actually.
You want after each other out of these contractions.
And they're hurting each time. Although I think they are. They're too high to sleep. I can feel it.
The correct terminology of gas and air is entonox, which is an equal mixture of oxygen and nitrous oxide. That's laughing gas between me and you.
I recommend gas and air to anybody. Anybody who wants a natural high with a bit of a kick.
Deep breath.
While Julie's enjoying her gas and air, Phil reflects on his role during labour.
It's difficult for the bloke because although they're going through it with the partner, they don't actually know what the partner's going through. So my role in the delivery suite was to help support Julie, to be there for her. If she wanted a drink, I get her a drink, trying to reassure her, trying to help her, you know, breathe properly, make full use of the gas and air, and just to, you know, like, try and keep her calm.
That hurt.
Not more than the others.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to come. Let's come and see Mummy.
Phil was saying to me, take deep breaths on for every pain you have, and with the gas and air. I did start getting into taking the deep breath into a rhythm, and then it stopped, and then like going a bit faster, and then I slowed down again to get back to the normal rhythm.
However, the gas and air can only do so much as the pain starts to intensify.
Deep breaths. Come on. When she were in pain, she was like holding my hand and crying, sort of like, you know, it's hurting now.
It does help when you've got someone there to tell you when to breathe and to help you along with the breathing, and it's always nice to have someone there to rub you back when it's hurting.
Deep breaths, love. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Come on, keep breathing, love. Deep breaths, longer. It's better. Breathe on. Obviously, Julie doesn't know the midwife personally. If you've got me there beside as somebody she knows who can sort of help her through that, sort of like telling her breathe here, breathe there, push here, push there. It's just a familiar voice, you know. Somebody there holding her hand, somebody she knows, somebody she trusts, who's just helping her go through it.
Phil's support is needed more than ever when Julie is sick.
It was strange when we were in the delivery suite that all of a sudden she just was sick everywhere. Oh dear, is there nothing? And obviously all the insides are tensing and pushing and pulling, and anything that's in there that shouldn't be, obviously it's getting rid of.
The reason that maybe I was sick was maybe because of my tea beforehand, and then having the gas in her straight after it, so.
It did worry me for a second that this midwife rushed back in, but then she reassured us, saying that that's supposedly a good thing, obviously, and the system's clear then.
I was used to being sick anyway, so I was up every night being sick practically, so it didn't really bother me.
Here we go. Sit up. Alright, lean back up.
Come on.
Lean back up.
Coming up, Julie recovers from being sick and moves on to the next stage of the labour.
Go on. Close your mouth and push in your bottom.
Welcome back to Baby's birthday. Julie Richards and partner Phil are expecting their second baby boy. However, with the pain intensifying, Julie's requested an injection of pethidine.
Okay. Just wiggle your toes for me.
Pethidine did take a long time to start working at first, and I did start to feel tired, and I just lay back and relaxed myself. I think I just concentrated on my breathing and relaxing.
Deep breath.
Bring your legs up. Bring your legs up. You've got ages to push. Give your baby some room.
Deep breath.
Alright.
That's it. Deep breath. Slow down a bit.
And there's yet another surprise in store for Phil.
There was a point where she had to push. She's screaming, but it's just wasted energy. You know, you need to divert that energy into the contraction, if you like. And there's no way I knew how much pain that there is. No bloke can no bloke can understand that. But you know, they've got to be there to help the partner. That's the idea of the birth partner, is, you know, to support the person going through it.
Sometimes I'd grab hold of his shirt as well, just to give him pain.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath,
Deep breath.
deep breath, long breath, come on. That's the midwife had done the first examination. She said, like, you know, 4 centimetres dilated, but the waters hadn't broken at that point. And when you give birth, you have to have a second midwife present. I'd never really clocked this the first time with TJ, but I don't know if it's a new principle, but the second midwife had come in, and obviously the midwife who'd been with us all the way through was just explaining where everything were up to. And it appeared that this other one was perhaps a bit more senior. So she's explaining it all, and she said, "Has the water broke?" "Yeah." "No, not yet." And just as they were asking that, Julie started with these like urges to push. So they said, "Don't fight him, just push." And she's pushing and she's screaming and saying, "Push."
Close your mouth and push in your bottom.
And I thought that she was actually pushing the baby out, but obviously if the water's not broke, the membrane's not broke, the baby can't get out. And all of a sudden, it's like popping a water balloon. It just sort of popped, and all the water come out.
Oh, no, the waters have just gone. Oh, 7.
Pushed twice, my water's busted, so it was fine.
These midwives nearly got covered in it. Luckily they'd moved just to the side. That were it. Well, water was brought then. Obviously, birth was happening. It kicked off.
Go on, can you feel my finger? Go on. Invisible. Okay, come on, baby's coming. Go on, give me a big push. Julie, not in your throat. Go on, in your bum.
I was groaning through the pain, and it's like, no, close your mouth, push down on your bum, and it's hard to push down when you lay down.
You're doing good. Stay with us now, Jill.
That's it, go on. Go on.
Stay with us.
I can't remember much, but I do remember the midwife saying, like, the head's coming now, I can see the head. Just pushing every contraction you get.
Close your mouth, remember, Julie.
So I think it must have been about 20 minutes before the head actually came out. And I felt a bit of relief because that's the hardest bit to come out.
Go on, keep breathing. Keep breathing.
Excellent.
Keep breathing.
Excellent.
That's it, go on, you're doing really well. Keep breathing. It's alright, keep breathing. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Okay, darling. Alright. Have a minute, have a minute. Have a minute. Let go of it. Come off your gas. Okay. Have in a minute.
I mean, it was normal, but nothing to be worried about. But for that sort of 10 seconds, I was petrified. I thought there was something wrong.
Ow. Give a big push in your bum. Big push. Just having a wriggle. That's it, big push.
Because all that were happening was the head was sticking out, and that were it. They needed to wait for the next contraction, and I'm thinking, come on, get him out. You know, is he okay? And there's no movement.
That's it, big push. Big push.
Finally, after 3 hours 20 minutes, Julie and Phil's baby son Aaron is born.
Put me through hell, you mighty brother.
It's a bit chunky, yeah?
You put me through hell. I'm not tore this time, have I?
When TJ were born, I couldn't see for crying. Just tears were streaming. They asked me if I wanted to cut the cord, and I was shaking so much I couldn't. Now, when Aaron were born, I was still emotional. But I don't know, I think I'd prepared myself better psychologically. Perhaps. I don't know.
Right in between them.
It's quite tough. It's like cutting through that fat on a steak. That.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Oh, yeah.
And it was just a joy for him to be there, and he's finally here. It's been all this way.
Yeah, that's it. You let it out.
You tell them all about it.
You let it out. I think Phil was actually, he was the more emotional one than I was. So I managed to hold my emotions back. But it's sweet to know that Phil has a soft side, but he won't show it as much. Oh, you're so gorgeous as you are.
Aaron's arrived, but it's not over yet.
Delivered Aaron onto a chest, but because it was a second child and it had been a normal pregnancy, they sort of were happy for him to be there while they delivered the placenta.
Julie, Placenta doesn't want to come just at the minute because you've not had a wee for a bit and you've been drinking quite a bit of water. We're just going to pass a catheter into your bladder because sometimes that can just prevent your placenta from coming down.
Right, okay.
All right.
So at first it were a bit stuck and they were trying to pull it gently, and I was worried that they might have to operate. Anyway, the midwife said, oh, it's coming out, it's coming out. And I just couldn't believe how huge it was. It was almost as big as the baby.
Is that all placenta, that?
When she lifted it up, I thought, that can't have been inside me. I've only got a little belly.
And as she delivered it, her stomach just went woof, straight back down to size 12. That's what it was. I couldn't believe it.
Pinky ways.
While Julie celebrates her flat stomach, Aaron Thomas weighs in at a healthy 7 pounds 9 ounces.
It'd be nice and warm. Keeps you a bit cool just because I have your arms. Can we take your name?
When I saw his face, I thought, oh, he's the most cutest baby in the world.
I'd forgotten I brought my camera.
It's a week after giving birth. How is baby Aaron fitting into family life?
TJ's reacted absolutely amazingly to Aaron. It's brilliant having the two of them together now. It feels more complete.
The kissy.
I said to him, kiss your little brother. And he reached over so gently and just pecked him on the cheek. Well, he pecked him on the head. It brought a tear to my eye because he did it so gently. It's as if he knew he was only a little baby and he had to be careful with him. And he dotes on him.
So, is this the family complete?
Where's Daddy?
Not thinking about any more kids at the moment. Want to enjoy TJ and Aaron growing up and playing together and sticking up for each other and, you know, all the joys that come with boys fighting.
But it's the two most amazing things that have ever happened in my life. Nothing comes close to it. Because that's your flesh and blood. You've made that. It's not like making a shelf or a bookcase or whatever. It's another human being.
Now proud parents with 2 sons, Phil and Julie feel their family is complete.
I wouldn't change him for the world. I wouldn't change any of them for the world.